Well, I don't know about you guys. This is turning into a shit show pretty fucking quick. I bought this tool off of Amazon. This works great. I have no quarrels with this. Although I was a little leery of the bolt because it looks like a grade 5, but it worked really, really well. I just made the pins come out like butter without having to tap on them with a chisel or nothing, but I don't know if I can get it. And the bottom does just the same. I know it's hard for me to show that with the camera moving at the same time. Bottom one here is actually really tight. This is the only one that's mounted inside the hinge with the splines, so that it'll actually move. That one won't. That one kind of does, but I don't know. Maybe that one is a little bit more too. See, there you go. It's like the hinges themselves are stripped out, so these aren't held in there. They're held into here at all. They're just floppy doo-dah day. Fucking trash, man. I just love going through all the effort for nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, I mean, I should have done it before. I mean, the hinge wasn't even that loose, but it was causing problems with the striker. It was, you had to close the door harder. You could tell it just wasn't closing right. So, I could have adjusted the striker, but that's defeats the, you got worn out parts, you want to replace them. And granted, this is Dorman specialty stuff. I mean, this is high quality, top grade stuff. I ordered 2 kits. It's a good thing I did, because I had to take one of the pins off because this one didn't want to seat, so I had to take the top one out I already had in, which I should have freaking used my brain, of course, but I stuck that down there and was tapping on it, and it just still ain't seated very nice. I mean, they have these lovely gaps. Like, yeah, that's custom. That's the one that's actually, seated the best, which is pathetic. That one, you can kind of see the splines in between the gap there. So that, that's custom. I mean, I can spin that all day long. It's just, the fuck, man. The factory ones were not that damn bad. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Oh my gosh, this one. And this one, the splines are actually starting to eat into the bushing that I just put in there. I just love doing work for absolutely no better result than what was there. In fact, it's a million times worse. I mean, you shouldn't have a freaking sloppy ass door hinge. So I don't know what to do. They do make replacement door hinge assemblies. Even General Motors, even though apparently they're not OEM, they're aftermarket General Motors Chinese trash or something like that. Supposedly, I'm not. I don't know. The people on the forums are just so freaking retarded. How about replacing the door hinges as the forum starts out? Oh, well, I bought a door hinge pin kit. And the guy's like, so did I. It only lasted about 6 months. Now it's worse than it was before I did the pin kit. And people are like, well, I bought a door hinge pin kit. I bought a pin kit. Well, I bought a pin kit too. And it's like, we're talking about replacing the door hinges, you freaking morons. Can we keep on topic besides, oh, I bought a pin kit? Oh, I just hate forums for that kind of shit. And I'm assuming these are welded on somehow, way or another, like spot welded or something. So I'm sure that's just infinitely fun to freaking fiddle fart with. Replacing those. It's like, is it even worth it? I don't know what to do. I don't know. Because that is just like damn near unacceptable. I'm afraid to see how that's gonna go. I just fucked it all. The whole project's screwed now. Door's gonna be a million times worse than it was. It's just fan-fucking-tastic. All because the shit won't seat. And I tried these pins too. It's interesting if these are the same part number, 703267. And that one came torn up, which is really nice. It's just custom too. Yeah, no numbers. But no numbers, no nothing. Isn't that nice? Oh, here we go. 38437. I have no idea, but these pins did the same exact thing. I tried these pins, so I had the hinge out. You could stick the pin in the top of the splines and it just spins. So I'm assuming these are just worn out, but I mean, could you even get new of these, you know, just themselves? I suppose you can. I don't know. I just love going through the effort for nothing. No greater result. I'm sure the door is just gonna flop like a freaking fish arm, eh? So be warned, you know. You think you're gonna make something better, even though I knew this probably wasn't gonna last all that long. I just wanted the door to close nice for a little while, I guess, but can't get what you want, like, ever, from the aftermarket. So I don't know, I'm disappointed. I got the whole truck ripped apart at the moment. I got the door panel in the way, and I get the whole plastics out. Going to pick up tonight a bunch of plastics to match the beige, so that'll be nice. He's got the door sill, he's got getting the carpet and pillars and handles and everything that I need to fix this, especially that dash vent. It's all fudged up, and I'll get spray paint, like I said, to paint the cover. But you know, that was really gonna make the truck feel like a different truck, having, instead of two-tone, having one tone. And I'm getting the door panels from his truck, the front ones, because, like, you know, I had to change out the armrest because it was busted where the window which clips in, so that was flopping around. That bugged the shit out of me. And well, the screw tab was actually fine, but yeah, the paint's peeling, and I had to paint the door panels to begin with. When I first got the black truck, they were like sun baked and faded and ugly. So, and then I got the wrong spray paint, so that's how that one started out. That's how they both were until I painted this one not too long ago, which looks a lot better. But I tell you, it's not one thing, it's another. So I can't wait to get them plastics and get them in here, and then I'll find a leather rear seat. I really wanted to do bucket seats, but I want the seats to fold down and still have that flat bottom. So it's like, dang it, I guess we're going with rear bench seat, because that came in really, really handy on the way back. You know, I always come back from Michigan with more stuff than I left Minnesota with. So, you know, I needed the extra space than just having to set stuff on the seats, because I brought my plants back. There's 3 pots up there, but yeah, so wonderful, lovely. Just love going through all the effort, and you know, and this was just, you know, I was kind of skeptical. I don't remember. I think I paid for the extra shipping or something. I wish the YouTube app would focus. Anyway, I ended up paying like $60 for this thing. I think it was only like 30 or 40 bucks before that or something, but with tax and all that. So it really works slick though. So it's like, I've got it if I ever need it, but I almost never want to do it again. I mean, if this is a potential result, I never want to do this again. I mean, screw that noise. But frickin' A. Now I regret buying this, because I don't want to do them again. It's just such a high risk of problems. So, and maybe that's just the result with this style pin. I know they've got the ones with the nuts you put on the bottom, and maybe I should get those pins and do it that way, because you know, you might be able to tighten that up so they spin together and be nice and tight. That would be ideal. So I might look into that. But this pin kit, no good. At least with the piece, whatever. So something to watch out for, keep in mind. I know I had seen the ones with the bolts available for these, but they're like, if yours doesn't have the bolts, you want this one. And I'm like, well, what's the difference? What is the difference? I know people on YouTube were doing the ones with the bolts, so some of them. But for me, it was easier because all the freaking wiring, the extra wiring for the mirrors and stuff. I know this is a mess, guys. This drives me bonkers too. Where is it? But yeah, the extra wiring for the mirrors and stuff disconnects inside the door, but not out here. So I should probably fix that one of these days. But for right now, it's just easier to go through the door and unclip everything because it's just a bunch of connectors. So, and I have to swap one anyway because I ended up busting the tab off, and I've got a spare one, so I got to change that out. It's just what my day's coming to. What else? Oh, I just pulled the interior out. I gotta put. I'll show you quick what I had gotten for this truck, I guess, since it's my Exquisite, and I like to buy the best of the best, or at least frickin' try to. You know, you think you're buying the best of the best stuff, and it ends up turning out to be a pile of shit in the end. So bring it out into the light. Yeah, there's no good way of showing that. Anyway, a Borgson, something like that, intermediate shaft. This sucker is beefy, and look at how thick that end is. That is nice and thick, and versus the paper thin factory one. So I was gonna put it in this truck because this one's got the really bad when you turn the wheel. Bearing harmonics, I guess. Dad's like, I already replaced the intermediate shaft on this truck. It didn't fix that. It's the bearings. So it does need column bearings, but a bearing, I don't know. Like, supposedly the ones up top aren't serviceable. So, oh, I'm frustrated royally. But so I'm pretty sure. I don't know what I'm pretty sure of anymore. So I tried to buy the best of the best for that. I really wanted something that was gonna last in my Gouda truck, my Gouda Fran. So, oh man, I tell you. So here's the part number for the Amazon. I'll just add to it a little bit. Pin removal tool. And then it had this really fun label. I really love these labels. They just really make my day. I did not open it until I could stick the tool inside the bag and over, and was like, oh yeah, that'll work. That'll work. It's like, I ain't opening that and being stuck with $60. And I have no problem with the tool. I just regret getting it because I don't really ever want to do them again, I guess. Unless there's a better pin setup I can put in it that ain't all frickin' jank. So, anyway, I just thought I'd share my epic adventures for today. It's turning into a shit show pretty quick. I'm not looking forward to that shaft either. So the hardest part is getting this disconnected from the shaft for the gearbox, because if you over tighten this nut, which I have before, it just makes it miserable getting that shaft in or out. Oh man. And most of the time you got to pull the wheel liner in order to really get at it, and that's the best way I found to get them off. But oh Lord, I really hate messing with darts. I hate messing with the fender liners. So it was like, oh gee, I wonder if I can get at it from here. No. I can't even freaking see the thing. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's the bolt right there. Tipping my finger down there, right underneath the silver one. There's no way I'm getting at that from up here, so I don't know when I'm going to do that. I got a long time before I get to go pick up my new plastic parts. So, not till after 6:30. And 30 minutes is spent driving, so. I'm very disappointed now. My door's gonna be freaking flappier than a tail on a fish. So I suppose, like I said, I don't know, leave your comments, let me know if there's something better. Check out my last video. I need your guys' help with the like the wobble my rear hubs have, with no rotor, no nothing on the hub, and the hub frickin' does that number. Bearings are tight, there's no slop, it's out of round. I don't know if it just needs a new hub or what's going on, if a bearing's bad, which the bearings and seals have already been replaced. So check out the video, you can see what's going on. No guessing, I want the answer, no guessing. So, alrighty, appreciate you guys' time, and thanks for watching, and God bless.